I'm so excited for our episode today. So, what we're going to talk about is getting you set up for your first professional photo shoot for your business. This is going to be really fun. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Krista Kathleen. I'm a life and business coach and trainer for the #1 coach training company in the world for female entrepreneurs. And I myself have been running my coaching business since 2016, and I've done dozens of professional photo shoots now. And I actually first started out when I was a bodybuilder, when I was living in Seattle, Washington. And you work so hard on getting your body to look a certain way, and so you want to capture that moment. And we were all about building our personal brand back then, and so that's where I first started to get familiar with the professional photography world and modeling. And I was very overwhelmed back then. I had a lot of questions running through my mind. And so today I want to answer and address all those questions for you, especially if you're thinking about hiring your first professional photographer and getting some really awesome shots set up on your website and your social media. Okay, so what I did is I polled my online Facebook audience and I asked them, what are some questions that you have before you go into your first photo shoot? So I'm gonna go through and address and answer all those questions today. So first, do you even need professional photos? And the answer is yes. Absolutely. There's a huge difference between taking a selfie on your iPhone and actually hiring someone who has a professional camera and knows what they're doing. Now, don't get me wrong, iPhones today are really good, and I've seen a lot of photographers use iPhones to take good shots, but you really do need to work with someone who knows what they're doing, knows how to use filters and lighting and setup and all of that. So remember, when you're creating a brand, it's all about creating trust for your audience. And so if they see if you've taken the time and the money and the energy to invest in yourself and your skills and your brand, they're going to be more likely to reach out to you and want to hire you. So yes, it is important to have professional photos. Okay, number 2. How do you find a photographer that you vibe with and you make sure that you're on the same page prior to your shoot? Yes, this is super important. I've done a couple photo shoots now where I was not on the same page as my photographer and I just wasn't vibing with them. And you could tell in the photos. You could absolutely tell. So I think this is really important. And the best thing is it's just going to be the same thing with if you're deciding to work with a coaching client, right? Set up a consultation, set up an interview, email them ahead of time, ask questions, and then you can really start to lean into, what is their vibe to make sure you are on the same page. And for example, this past January, I did a photo shoot where I was nude in some of my shoots because it was all about like female empowerment and sexuality. And I let the photographer know that ahead of time. And I said, hey, just so you know, I want to do some shoots nude. Are you okay with that? And do you understand the feeling and the energy that I'm trying to create behind doing nude shoots? This isn't pornography or anything like that. And she was like, yes, I absolutely understand what you're going through. And so it was really good to clarify that ahead of time to make sure that we had that similar vision, because if not, that could have been really awkward. Okay, number 3, will the photographer tell me how to pose, or will I have to figure that out on my own? I love this question. So it depends. Again, when you're interviewing the photographer, ask them that question. Will you help me to pose? Because I'm not sure what I'm doing. And a lot of really good photographers will. They'll tell you exactly what to do in the photo shoot. I've learned now after doing so many shoots of what to do, but it is really nice when you're new to have someone to tell you what to do, because honestly, a professional shoot is not just like you just looking at the camera and smiling. Okay, it's a lot different. And I wanted to give you a couple tips here so say for example that, I don't have my phone here, but like you're doing a shot where you're talking on the phone. You don't want to just look at the camera and like smile and go like this, as they're like, they're going to be taking lots of shots, right? It's not just one shot and done. They're like going, so you're going to want to be like moving around and like looking up and having all these different angles. Okay, so you want to keep moving the whole time. You don't want to stay stationary. And it's going to feel really weird and awkward, but trust me, it looks a lot better. And because you want to look really natural in your photos. Okay, question number 4 is, what do I actually wear and what do I do for my hair and makeup? So for that first part of what do you wear, I would encourage you to wear anything that makes you feel powerful, anything that makes you feel like a badass. So you can go on a shopping spree, take a friend with you that you trust, and pick out a couple of outfits that when you put them on, you feel like a boss. You feel like a CEO. You feel really good. Because at the end of the day, energy is huge in photos. And you can really tell in a photo when someone is confident and they're feeling good in their body and in their outfit. So I can't really tell you what to wear and what not to wear. Again, it's just all about that feeling of what makes you feel good. And you have to make sure you decide that for yourself and you don't let someone else tell you what to wear or what makes you feel good. And the next part is what to do about your hair and your makeup. When I first was doing professional photo shoots in the bodybuilding world, I hired professionals. I think it's best. I mean, you can do things yourself and you can always go on YouTube. There's a million different tutorials. If you literally type in like how to do my makeup for a photo shoot or how to do my hair for a photo shoot, there will be a lot of different videos that'll come up and teach you. I always think it's best that when you're new at a skill to take a little bit of, money and actually hire someone. So I would hire makeup artists and go to studios and get a blowout, get my hair actually done. Because like when you feel really beautiful and attractive, like again, that energy is going to show up in the photos. So if you don't really wear a lot of makeup, you don't know how to do your makeup, you don't know how to do your hair, I would suggest not trying to do it yourself for a professional photo shoot and go and have someone actually do it for you. Trust me on this one. Okay, how many outfits do I bring? So I would recommend to bring anywhere from 1 to 3 outfits. And you may just stay in one outfit the whole time, especially if you're doing something outdoors and you don't have somewhere to change. But just bring some backups in case maybe something rips or you spill something or something that you thought looked good in your head, and then you show the photographer and they're like, ooh, yeah, I'm not really feeling that. So just, I think between 2 to 3 outfits will be good. And then also don't forget accessories as well. And then also bring a little bit of makeup, bring some lip gloss, your face is going to get shiny and oily. So I would recommend to bring, you can get them like at Walgreens and they soak up the oil. They're those like little blue sheets. And then bring a brush and some hairspray because your hair will start to go flat. So you're going to want to have this like little, you're going to have a bag and you're going to bring some makeup, you're going to bring some hair products, and you're going to bring your jewelry and your outfit changes. Okay, how do I best represent my brand in my photos? Again, amazing question. So think of activities that you do on a day-to-day basis when you run your business already. For me, that would be, I'm on the phone a lot, I'm on the computer a lot, leading coaching sessions and group classes, I lead women's retreats, I travel all over the world. So again, it's really important to think of the shots that you want ahead of time versus just showing up to the photo shoot, and really think too of like, how would I use these shots on social media? If you have a Facebook group and you have themed days, like maybe one of your days is self-care Saturday, you want a photo showing yourself of how you would do self-care. And maybe that's taking a bath, or maybe that's writing in a journal. Again, so it's really important to Think of the shots that you want ahead of time that's going to work best on your website and social media. It shows what you do day to day when you're running your business. Okay, so how do I get into the right mindset and feeling fierce and strong in front of the camera? Again, photo shoots are all about that energy. So yeah, feeling a certain way and showing up a certain way is huge for the photos, and that energy can be felt when you look at a photo. So my question for you is, what do you do to get ready before a coaching call or before a sales call? How do you get into that mindset where you show up, again, like boss, like CEO, feeling really powerful? So maybe it's you do some journaling, maybe you go for a run, maybe you dance around your kitchen and listen to some pump up music. It's going to be different for everyone at the end of the day. I can share a few things with you of what I've done to help me to get ready for a photo shoot, so I'm feeling really fierce and strong. So some things are, I make sure I get a good night's sleep because I don't want to have bags under my eyes and I don't want to feel tired. I make sure that I'm in an outfit that makes me feel really sexy and powerful and fierce. And I also, now I know how to do my own makeup and hair, so I do it in a way that makes me feel really good. Like I actually did for this training today. And then I also like to bring a friend along to the photo shoot. Having someone in the background that's going to make me laugh, or it's like talking to me or making me feeling relaxed and ease, helps a lot. When I did a photo shoot in Buenos Aires, Argentina, I brought my friend Delian along, and I said, okay, he was standing behind the photographer. And I was like, okay, tell me something funny. So that way I have this really big, beautiful smile and this natural laugh in some of my photos. And it really, really helped. Another little secret that I'll share with you, and I would never do this before a sales call or a coaching call, is sometimes I'll take a shot of alcohol. I'll take like a shot of tequila or something, and it just kind of like relaxes me and I have more fun. And so I've done that before. Obviously, don't take so many shots to where you're drunk because that would not be good. But so take that one or leave it. What are the best times of day to do a photo shoot outside? So inside, it doesn't really matter too much. The photographer will bring their own lighting and setup, but when you're outside and they're using natural light, there is better times to do a photo shoot. And again, you can ask them that question in the interview, but just to let you know, usually early morning and later afternoon is the best times to do a photo shoot outside. Okay, how much does it cost to hire a photographer? Well, it depends. It could be free. So if you're new and you're starting out and you don't have a lot of money to invest in your business, you can always do work trade. You can find a photographer who's starting out themselves and needs to build up their portfolio and say, hey, I would love to give you some life coaching sessions in exchange for a photo shoot. And as you can see, it's a win-win for both parties and you're not paying anything. And then if you do end up paying for a photographer, if he or she is new, usually I find that a new photographer charges around anywhere between like $85 to $150 for the shoot. And that usually will include anywhere from like 10 to 20 edited photos. Remember, just because they're taking like hundreds of photos of you, not all of them are going to turn out well. And a lot of times photographers too, they want to make sure they put their best work out. And so they're only going to give you the best shots, and they're going to give the ones that they take the time to edit. Because remember, this is them putting their artwork out into the world. And then for a photographer who's like really experienced and knows what they're doing and knows how to do branding, they can put together like a whole branding package for you, and that can cost up to anywhere from like $1,200 to $1,500. And that may seem like a lot, but again, investing money in professional photos is really, really important. And remember, these will last for a lifetime. You can use these over and over again. So for me, I think it's money really well spent. And you can tell a big difference between crappy photos and really good photos. And also too, when we were talking about earlier, how to, how to hire, how to know what type of photographer to hire, you can also look at their previous work. You can look at their website, you can look at their Instagram, their social media, and see if you really connect with their style of photography and with the vibes. Okay, last question. Do I do headshots or do I do full body shots? So I would recommend getting both. I think it's valuable to have headshots and full body shots. Sometimes where you could use a headshot is in a portfolio or in a profile photo, like in Facebook or Instagram. It's better to, have a photo from here on up, or if you're an author, on the back of a book. And then having full body shots can be really good for, again, on your website or Instagram. And just, again, ask the photographer ahead of time, do you do headshots or full body shots or both? And just tell them what you need and what you want. And again, I recommend having both. Okay, I hope that was helpful for you. I'm really excited for you to do your first photo shoot. I want you to have so much fun with it. Personally, I love being a model, and it makes me feel like I'm beautiful and famous, and it's so fun to look at the photos afterwards and share them with everyone. And so I hope that you enjoy doing professional photo shoots as much as I do. Okay, that's it for our training today. I hope that you found it really valuable. After you get your first photo shoot done, let me know in the comment section. Post your website or a link to your Facebook business page or Instagram, and I'd love to check out your photos. Also, if there's anything that I missed in today's training, let me know and I can address it in the comment section below. Okay, thank you everyone so much for supporting my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. I put out new coaching videos each week, helping you to build a world-class coaching business on your own terms. All right, thanks everyone. Bye.